Today, I will be rating one of the most popular and probably the best superhero comic books, Invincible. I've divided it into 3 categories, rating each on a scale of 1 to 10. For the characters, I will discuss the main characters, starting with Mark Grayson, also known as Invincible. To be honest, Invincible's character can be frustrating. Some of his decisions and actions in the comic are questionable. However, it's understandable, and he's still a relatable and lovable character. Basically, there are 2 sides to him. When he's in his yellow and blue costume, he's a bit lame and weak, but when he's in his blue and black costume, he's cool and strong. We witness Mark's transformation from a naive teenager into a mature hero who strives to forge his own path, often clashing with his brother Oliver, who is similar to Mark, but their opposite personalities make them frequent adversaries, making their characters stand out. Mark's world shatters when he discovers that his father, Omni-Man, is not the honorable hero he had thought, but a Viltrumite conqueror sent to subjugate Earth. Omni-Man is a complex and tragic figure, caught between his loyalty to his homeworld and his love for his human family. His internal conflict and shifting motivations make him a compelling and chilling character, but his redemption arc ultimately weakens him, perhaps for the best, as it makes him a more relatable and believable character. His wife, Debbie, despite being an ordinary human in a world of superpowered beings, exhibits remarkable strength and resilience. She grapples with the dual realities of her husband's heroism and villainy, showcasing the emotional toll of living alongside superheroes, which is an amazing character. Mrs. Invincible, also known as Adam Eve, is the female protagonist and Mark's love interest. Eve possesses the power to manipulate matter on a subatomic scale, which is overpowered, but her character is limited by different scenarios and events in the narrative. Initially portrayed as the perfect superhero girlfriend, she evolves into a powerful hero in her own right. Her relationship with Mark adds a layer of emotional depth and vulnerability to the narrative. She's part of a team called Teen Team, before they officially become the Guardians of the Globe, which also consists of amazing characters. To be frank, the comic did a very good job in character development. The villains in Invincible are not simply mustache-twirling bad guys. They're a diverse orchestra of complex characters that resonate long after the final page. From the Sequids to Angstrom Levy to Trog, as well as a host of other compelling villains, including the greatest villain Rex Robot, they add depth and intrigue to the story. The Invincible comic universe is filled with tons of characters. There's no way you wouldn't have multiple favorites. The characters of Invincible are not simply heroes and villains. They are flawed individuals grappling with internal struggles and difficult choices. Their complex personalities, evolving relationships, and impactful arcs make them the heart and soul of this captivating comic book series. In terms of character development, the comic gets a solid 9 out of 10. Art visuals. The color red is omnipresent in Invincible, often saturating panels during action sequences and moments of extreme violence. This isn't just an aesthetic choice. Red symbolizes danger, rage, and the loss of innocence. It serves as a constant reminder of the brutality inherent in superhero conflicts, shattering any illusions of clean-cut victories. The writer Robert Kirkman really likes to show what happens when Superman punches a normal person. Superhero comics often shy away from depicting the true cost of superpowers. Invincible throws out that rulebook, reveling in the bloody consequences of high-powered clashes. Brutal deaths, dismemberment, and the emotional toll of such violence are unflinchingly portrayed. This subverts the traditional sanitized portrayal of superhero battles, grounding the narrative in a sense of realism and highlighting the emotional weight of the characters' actions. Just know, when 2 or more Viltrumites clash, it's not going to be good. Invincible's art, much like its protagonist Mark Grayson, undergoes a remarkable transformation throughout its 15 years run. From the bright, hopeful tones of its 2003 debut to the grittier, bloodier visuals of its conclusion, Ryan Ottley's art style reflects the evolving themes and stakes of the narrative. Character designs also undergo a significant transformation. Initially, expressions are simpler, mirroring the lighthearted tone. But as the story progresses, Ottley imbues them with incredible depth and range. A furrowed brow from Mark speaks volumes of his internal conflict, while Eve's steely gaze reveals her newfound strength. Every wrinkle on Robot's metallic face seems to tell a story of sacrifice and burden. Ultimately, Invincible's art is a masterclass in visual storytelling. It doesn't just depict the action, it evokes emotions, reflects character development, and underscores the thematic core of the narrative. It's a testament to Otley's artistic growth and an integral part of what makes Invincible such a powerful and unforgettable comic book experience. The use of red, brutal killings, and graphic depictions of blood in Invincible are not merely sensational. It's a deliberate, artistic choice that deepens the emotional impact of the story, subverts superhero conventions, and reflects the dark themes explored in the narrative. The red blood splatters and gore further emphasize this point, forcing readers to confront the harsh realities of superhuman violence, which some of the readers don't really appreciate. By confronting readers with the harsh realities of violence, Otley forces them to engage with the story on a deeper level and contemplate the complex questions it raises. So for that, this section gets 8.7 out of 10. In terms of storyline, Invincible is superior to its more well-known counterparts. Invincible's storyline is a masterclass in superhero deconstruction, weaving a thrilling and emotionally resonant narrative that unfolds across sprawling arcs, complex character motivations, and a unique brand of dark humor. Invincible Comics is divided into 25 volumes, with each volume covering major arcs, and each one is a masterpiece in its own right. I will be covering some of these arcs on my channel. You might as well subscribe so you won't miss out. In my opinion, Invincible's storyline is better than most Marvel and DC superhero comic stories. The story unfolds at a deliberate pace, masterfully building tension and suspense. Early issues lay the groundwork, introducing characters and establishing the world. The midpoint delivers a gut-wrenching twist that recontextualizes everything you thought you knew, propelling the narrative forward with renewed urgency. The final arc balances action-packed battles with moments of reflection and character development, culminating in a satisfying yet bittersweet conclusion. Invincible's pacing is masterful. It knows when to slow down for character moments and when to unleash adrenaline-pumping action sequences. Cliffhangers at the end of chapters leave you desperate to turn the page, while longer arcs keep you invested in the overall narrative progress. This combination of slow burns and explosive crescendos creates a consistently engaging reading experience. Honestly, this section gets 9.7, making my overall rating of the Invincible comic 9.1 out of 10. Invincible is a unique and compelling superhero comic that stands out from the crowd. It is a must-read for fans of the genre who are looking for something different.